Hey everybody, Happy Lion here, and welcome to another Let's Look At. This is going to be Let's Look at Examina. I believe that's how you pronounce that. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. So, as you can see here, I do have a game currently in progress. We're going to start that over. That was just me getting the hang of the game. It's a pretty cool game. It's essentially like a survival, physics-based combat game. It's pretty interesting. You'll see as we jump in. But we got a couple options here. We got new game, we have continue, arena, which is just a battle arena where you can hone your skills, which is pretty cool. We'll check that out after we jump into the new game. We have some settings, goes over your video, you know, all your basic stuff here. You can change the controls if you want to, which is pretty nice because this game still is in alpha as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure it's still in alpha. There's still a lot of things that need to be added. But let's just jump ahead and go into a new game. So this is your character creation screen. There's not a whole lot you can do with it, but let's start from the top left. I have already named my character Happy Lion. You can change the sex between male and female. There's your female right there. So let's go back to male. You can change the physique, so you can go fat. Then you can change like the muscle structure. I like to go somewhere right around here. And then you're also able to mess with the height. I like to go with a taller character simply because I think it's easier in combat. I'm not sure if that's true or not. That could be completely wrong as far as I know, but I'm pretty sure that it helps in combat. At least it makes me feel better. Let's put it that way. You can change the age from young to old if you wanted. You can see a little bit. All it really does is make the face a little bit different and boost out your rib cage as far as I can tell. Well, let's take a look here. Yeah, so that goes back in when you go down back to young. You can change your skin tone over here if you wanted. You can change the voices. You can also change the pitch of the voice. I really don't have a preference on the voice, so we can just stick with F. If we go over here, you can change the hair. We can have straight. We have wavy. I picked wavy, even though my hair is actually kind of straight. So, you know, let's go with straight. Why not? Not that I'm basing this character off of me, but sometimes I tend to do that. So you can change the color of your hair right here, as well as how old the hair looks. Like, if you go all the way over there, you can go to gray. If you go all the way back, it's back to the base color right here. You have a couple different hair options to choose from. As you can see, I'm going to stick with the ponytail because my hair isn't a ponytail. Again, this character may not be me, but I'm just going to go with that. All right, so let's go into next here. Over here, we can change the clothing options. So the way clothes work is if you double click on the item, it pops up this little screen here. We get cloth shirt. Coverage. Coverage is essentially how much coverage of your body this item takes care of. So this cloth shirt right here is going to give us 4. I'm pretty sure these are both the same, yes. And then we also have what it protects against. So this protects the 1/2 circle against slash attacks. It's a simple shirt. It has your description on there. You know, everything you really need. Let's pull over some pants. Look at those. We got leather trousers. Excuse me, they're not just pants, but they're leather trousers. All right, so we got coverage for it protects against slash and pierce. A worn pair of leather trousers, and we can also go on to boots. So let's put shoes. I guess these, yeah, leather shoes. Everything seems to be leather except for the cloth shirt. Okay, so that protects against slash and pierce. We got coverage of 3. Not too bad. How about we jump into the game and let's get started. So let's see here. This takes a little bit of time to load for me. I'm not sure if that's just my computer because I don't have the best computer ever. But here is the game. So you start off with this view. I like to immediately go to a bird's eye view. That's my personal preference. I don't know if that helps or anything. I know it helps me with combat personally. But so we got right click, which is to move around. You can also use the WASD keys, but I usually find those are better for combat situations only. If you push I, you open up your inventory that shows your character right here, as well as a scroll that we start off with. We can open that up. It's a piece of parchment. It says, "This appears to be the second page of a letter, and assist him in whatever way you can. If all else fails, then recover any information he has gathered and bring it to me. I see great potential in you. Prove yourself here and you will earn a place at my side." So I feel like that's kind of a little sketchy, in my opinion. Earn a place at my side. He feels very confident in his position. Badly scribbled across the back of the page are the following words: "There is another way out," which is good to know. That means we're on our way out of this dungeon. I believe that is the focus of the game. I have not beaten it. I'm just going to put that out there. This is just me kind of picking up this game. As a friend put it on Facebook, and he's like, "Hey, you should check out this game." And I was like, "Sure, I'll check it out." And I've actually quite enjoyed it. It's pretty fun. So you can double click on items, and it's going to bring up what it is. This is a torch. Its weight's kind of on the lower end. Impact, balance. So impact is how hard the item hits. Balance is how easy it is to swing, as far as I'm aware. if you click and drag, you can move the torch around. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to equip weapons, or just anything in general. So let's pan the screen here. At first I tried dragging it onto the body like so. If I could just grab, there we go. But that does not work. It just drops down. Then I brought it over here and I was like, nope, that doesn't help at all either. But I should have remembered from the clothing screen, all you do is just drag it onto your character and boom, there it is. Simple as that. So we can explore this room. If you just hold the right mouse button, you walk around. You can also hold shift and you're going to start to run. Now, you want to be careful because if you run into things, you will fall over. Right here, we have a wood debris. It's weight slower. Impact's all right, 2.5. Balance is good, and then it has a piercing attack. So I'm going to pick that up and equip it. If you search around the room a little bit more, I believe you can find like a metal spike right here. Yes, there it is. Yeah, metal stake, excuse me, not spike. But this has a higher rate of impact if I'm not mistaken. No, impact is the same. Balance is a little higher. I'm not sure if that's good or not, but I'm going to stick with the wood debris because it has a piercing attack. And I think that's a little bit better. So let's pan back up to bird's eye. Zoom out a little bit. You can use the scrolling of the mouse to do that. You have to click on the doors to open them. It's a cool little feature. And there's also one other thing. You have to switch into combat mode by hitting tab. And now you cannot interact with any of the other environment, which is... I don't want to say it's difficult, but it's interesting. It makes the gameplay a little bit harder, which is good. So we're going to move down here. Actually, you know what? Let's go back the other way first so I can show you that we can not actually go anywhere else. Because the doors in these directions are actually locked. So let's get closer so we can click on it. So if we try and open it, we just get that sound right there. Obviously that means locked. Same thing in that direction. So let's continue down this path and we'll come across our first enemy. Now, I just want to let you know I'm not that great at this game, so don't expect me to do fantastic, but you'll see how the combat works. It's pretty interesting. I haven't seen too many games like this before. So, I'm going to switch into combat mode because I can see this guy right here waiting for me. He doesn't actually attack you unless you aggro him. So, I'm going to swing at him right now. Okay, so I'm going to back it up. I'm using the WASD keys here. I'm going to wait for him to swing at me and swing at him. Now you can't, ooh, I got hit. That was actually pretty hard. He has an axe. Now you can block if you just face him, face the direction he's attacking from, and you can block. Now, this is a physics-based game, so the harder you hit him, the more damage you're going to do. If I just kind of peck him like that, it's not going to do too much. But if I catch him with a strong attack like that, it's going to do a lot more damage. And also, this is a piercing weapon. And there's nails on the very end. So if I catch him with the very end of this weapon, it's going to do even more damage. So we actually just took him down. Let's switch back over into, I guess, the roam around mode. I guess that's the best way to put it. And let's double click on the body. He's got some pants. I think our pants are better. I'm not 100% sure on that. There's a little bit more coverage with this, so I guess they're a little bit longer, but we have more defense on different areas. So I'm going to keep the pants we have. I am, however, going to pick up his axe. If I can just double click on it, hand axe. Yes, so the balance is a little bit higher. There's more slash attacks. Actually, I think we have a pierce with this one, so I like the axe a little bit better. Granted, I prefer two-handed weapons overall. The reason we took this guy on, however, you can skip all the enemies if you want. If you're really good at evading, you can do that. But I came in here just for this chest. I don't use shields. I'm not good with them. I don't really know if there's a specific way to use them. Other than getting your enemy to hit the shield. But let's move on here. We're just gonna go until I die, and then we're gonna check out the arena. So let's go on up this way. This is generally the way I go. I'm not sure if it's the right way. I'm pretty sure you could do this a lot quicker. There's actually an enemy right here. Usually they're not out quite yet. So let's switch over. I'm actually going to remove the torch because I think that it actually hurts you in this well-lit area. Alright, so let's switch over to combat mode. Let's approach this guy. Oh, he's actually gonna... He or she, I'm not 100% sure. He's gonna aggro a little bit. That was pretty poor attack on my part. And there's another guy coming from that direction. I think he has a... Ooh! A wood saw, or something like that. A hand saw. Whatever you want to call it. Alright, that was a good hit. That was another good hit. Alright, so we took this guy out here. So let's double check his stuff. Don't want that. Oh, we have a guy coming up, so I'm going to switch over to combat mode and take this guy on. Alright, so I'm just going to back out of the way, let him swing, do his thing, and then come in and attack. Ooh, he still got me, though. That's a fast swinging weapon. Alright, so I might die here. As far as I'm aware, you can't recover your HP. If you look at the health bar, however, though, you'll see that part of it's red. That's the part you can't get back, and then the other part's like a dark green. That part recovers with time, as long as you don't take damage. So, that's the part we're going to try and save. Ooh! Save here. And I believe he actually just took us out. So that is going to be the basis of the game. What you're trying to do is escape out of this dungeon. And you have to pick up keys and things like that to work your way through the dungeon. But it's a pretty fun game. The combat's difficult to get used to. I like it. It's very rough around the edges, as you see. That's pretty much the entire game as of right now. You can pick up different things, learn a little bit more about the backstory, but that's the general idea they're going with right now. Again, it's in alpha, so there's still a lot more to come. But I'm enjoying myself right now. It's pretty fun. I like the combat system. Well, let's jump into Arena, which is, I've gone through the entire thing. You start off only being able to do Novice, and then you work your way up to Expert once you beats the Novice area. So let's jump into Novice to start off. They give you a couple different options. We're going to stick with a tall height, keep the same everything else. I'll keep this here, and then you got a couple options for weapons now instead of just clothing. So we'll throw on the basic gear we had before. And I'm going to go with a broadsword, because I like two-handed weapons. It has longer reach, which does wonders for me. But, again, you can't hold a shield or you can't hold a torch in badly lit areas. Okay, so let's get back into combat mode and try and take this guy out. He's blocking my attacks, he's parrying, but I got a good swing in right there. So, you want to dance around your enemy here. Attack when he's either whiffing like that. Obviously, I attacked a little late there. The best time to attack is like right there. Right when they're about to wind up for an attack. Oh! Essentially, you can see how much damage he did to me, because that was a perfectly timed hit. He essentially took away half my health with one attack. He does have a mace weapon, though. Alright, so we got him. So now, before we hit next fight, we are able to check out his equipment. So let's do that. I'm trying to look for the I key because my microphone's tied to my keyboard and it's an odd placement. So he has a cloth shirt, we have a cloth shirt. Everything that he has looks to be about the same except for those shoes. Those shoes look fantastic. Yes, we are going to grab those shoes. They cover a lot more things. Granted, we're not going to be getting hit in the feet too often, but I'd still prefer that. I think these are the same. No, the slash is a little bit better and the coverage is better, so let's grab that. I'm going to double check the shirt just to make sure. Now that looks exactly the same. So we're going to stick with what we have there. I like my broadsword, so I'm going to stick with that. And we're going to continue on to the next fight. Now you're going to notice that you gain a little bit of HP per fight you go through. So if you're in red, like I am like halfway down now, I will gain a little bit back. Not too much. I'm not sure the exact amount, but I think it's about 10% or so. You'll gain that back in the next round. And there's about, I'd say 7 or 8, maybe 10 enemies per expert level, I guess, per level of difficulty level. There we go. That's what I was going for. Ooh, that was a lucky hit. Yeah, I thought he was going to get me with that. It also gives you a little bit of tips up here to successfully block or parry. You must turn and position yourself to face the blow, which is what I was saying a little bit earlier. So let's check out what this guy has. He actually has a tunic which can go over our cloth shirt, so we're going to put that on. I think these boots are a little bit better. Yeah, they look to be quite a bit better, actually. And then let's check the pants. I actually like our pants better, so we're going to continue on from here. Let's go into the next fight. Let's watch this health bar, though. Yeah, I'd say maybe a little bit more, maybe like 15%. So this guy has a shield, so he can actually tank our blow and then hit us from the side if we're not being careful here. The best time to get him, you ideally want to do the backswing and catch him like that. I kind of got him a little bit right there. But the combat, you have to get used to the way it works. And using the WASD key is to maneuver yourself. You can, if you wanted, you could use The left, or the right mouse button, excuse me. Left mouse button is used to attack. I don't know if I actually ever mentioned that, but that's how you attack, is holding it down. You can, however, click it down a little bit and do a feint like that, and get your opponent to try and either block or attack you. Alright, so this guy's a little bit more difficult. We'll see how long this run lasts here. But, oh, that was a really good hit. Nice job, senor. Alright, so we got a little bit of blood on you. Apparently, from what I've heard, they're going to add severing of limbs, which should be cool. Oh, and he took me down. So, that's a very basic look at Exanima. We'll do the expert run real quick. I'll show you the first battle. But here's what I have equipped right now. As you can see, I have a little bit better clothing options. And you have a couple more different options as far as... I don't have any of these bracers on, actually. So let's throw those on. Everything else I think I'm going to stick with is that... Oh, apparently I need that too. And some shin guards. No, that's going to switch out the boots. We're going to keep the boots on there. Let's put the boots back on. So, you have higher... or better gear, I should say, but the opponents are also quite a bit harder. As you can see, I didn't draw any blood with that, and you could hear the chainmail getting hit, but he did land a nice hit on me. Now, the thing with expert is you probably take less damage simply because your armor's better. So it's all about better timed blows and getting the right hits in. But this is a basic look at Exanima. I'm not sure exactly how to beat the game. I haven't been there yet. But I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna find out because I plan on beating it. Oh man, he is kicking my butt right now. I am not doing so hot. But let's see here. Oh, all right, we took him out. So crushing damage is reliant on strong blows, but typically most effective against armor. So when they're wearing like plate mail, I guess, that's when you want to use a crushing weapon. I am going to take a look at his axe. I'm not going to continue, but let's take a look at the difference here. So weights, the axe is a little bit heavier. Impact is much greater on the axe. Balance is, I guess, greater on the sword. I'm not sure exactly if lower, I'm assuming lower balance means it's harder to wield. Slash is much better on the axe, but we do have a thrust attack, which I'm not exactly sure how to do. I do know that if you double click, you do that like an overhead sweep, which is good if you knock them off balance, which you can do. You can knock them on the ground by catching them off guard. But yeah, that's the basic look at Exanima. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'd recommend it. It's on sale on Steam. I think it's $14.99. I'm not 100% sure. I think I got it at $12.49 on sale. But it's pretty fun. It's still an alpha. I'd recommend picking it up. I really enjoy it. It's basic right now, but it's a cool physics combat system, and I enjoy playing it. So I'd recommend it. Yeah, I'm glad you guys checked out this episode. If you made it all the way here, I really appreciate it. If you like what you saw, please leave a like, comment, and/or subscribe. If you didn't like what you saw, please leave me some constructive criticism on what you think I can improve on. And as always, thank you so much for watching.